Hello. Ay, okay na. Okay na. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-bid conference of the project 25 FA0044, construction of school health facilities, Tabaco Northwest Central School, City of Tabaco, Albay. With an approved budget for contract of 2 million pesos. Ay, 2,900,000. Sorry. 2,985,000 pesos. Today is March 16, 2026, and the time is 10:39 a.m. Before we proceed, may I ask the this pre-bid conference is recorded by a voice and video for transparency purposes. Now I call this pre-bid conference for the project 25 FA0044 in order. So to check to check the attendance, may we call in yours truly, Noelani B. Martinez, the back chairperson, Engineer Epifania M. Recato, back member, Engineer Salvador Rimpillo, back vice chairperson, Engineer Wilfredo Rodriguez, back provisional member, Engineer Christine Semanes, back provisional member, and Ma'am Maria Coleta M. Dizon, the back secretary, member of back secretariat. So thank you, and I would like to acknowledge the presence of the back member, and therefore we have a quorum. We would also like to welcome our prospective bidders as our observers for today's pre-bid conference. So the purpose of this conference is to discuss, clarify, and explain the eligibility requirements, technical specs, and financial components of this project. So as the planning chief, I will discuss the scope of work of the said. Ayan muna. O, ito muna ang scope of work. Ano itong tasay? Sige. Hindi kaya ITB muna bago yung scope of work. Okay, sige. So, sorry. So, we will first discuss the ITB and the bid data sheets and other general conditions of contract. So, it will be discussed by the member of the back secretariat, Ma'am Coleta Dizon.
Good morning, everyone. Invitation to bid for 25 FA0044, construction of school health facilities, Tabaco Northwest Central School, City of Tabaco, Albay. The DPWH Albay First DEO through GAA 2025 intends to apply the sum of 2,985,000 being the approved ABC for the contract. The DPWH Albay First DEO now invites bids on the above infrastructure project. Completion of the works required 60 calendar days. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR of RA 12009, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act. Prospective bidders should be registered with and classified by the PCAB with PCAB license category, license classification, at least size range of small b. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperatives, and partnership or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines. Interested bidders may obtain further information from Albay First DEO and inspect the bidding documents and at the address given from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on March 5 to 25, 2026 from the address below and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPB in the amount of 5,000. Prospective bidders shall present the original official receipt of payment for bid documents to the back secretariat of this office before the deadline for inclusion in the list of contractors for eligibility processing. All participating bidders must be in the documents request list DRL of the PhilJEP's website and secure a printout copy showing that they are included in the list. The DPWH Albay first DEO who will hold a pre-bid conference on March 16, 10 a.m. Procurement Unit Conference Room, Albay First DEO, Barangay 40, Cruzada, Legazpi City. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretary through manual submission at the address indicated on or before March 25, 2026, 10 a.m. Late bid shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on March 25, 2026, 10:01 a.m. onwards at Procurement Unit Conference Room, DPWH Albay, First DEO. In compliance with Department Order 110, implementation of ISO 9001-2015, certification requirements for large A, medium B, and medium A contraction in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department and its full implementation. Submitted bids must also be attached with the bidder's ISO 9001-2015 certification. This requirement applies to bidders classified under the PCAB size range and are participating in the department's procurement of infrastructure projects with approved budget for the contract ABC range to with PCAB size range large A more than 300 million but less than 450 million, medium B more than 150 million but less than 300 million, medium A more than 30 million but less than 150 million. Also in compliance, Department Order 169 Series of 2025, Reg Guidelines on the Accreditation and Assignment of Contractors and Consultants Project Engineers, it is hereby ordered to follow the full implementation on assigning only qualified and competent project engineers of the contractors and consultants in the DPWH projects. Hence, the submitted bids must contain key personnel, particularly project engineers, which are accredited DPWH project engineers. The DPWH Albay First DEO reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 RA 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Michael A. Presbyter, Chief Construction Section, DPWH Albay First DEO, Old Airport Road, Barangay 40, Cruzada, Legazpi City. You may visit the following website for downloading of bidding documents: www.fieldjobs.gov.ph and www.dpwh.gov.ph. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: Project Manager 5, Project Engineer 3, Materials Engineer 3, Construction Foreman 2. This qualification applies if the pledged personnel's largest project handle does not meet the required 50% of the ABC. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: equipment description: 1 bagger mixer, welding machine gas type 2, plate compactor 1, cutting outfit 1. Modifying the list of requirements to be pledged or non-compliant as to required equipment and the number of units in the BDS is considered as incomplete bid and a ground for disqualification. Is strictly comply the requirements prescribed under DEO 58, Series of 2012, inclusion of material data on the pledged equipment of a bidder in his bid documents, and DEO 11 Series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. DEO 253 Series of 2003, accreditation of asphalt and ported cement concrete patching plants, not applicable for this content. DEO 253. The ABCs and that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma'am Colette. So after the technical the bid docs, we will discuss the scope of work of the project. So I will be the one to discuss since the project is construction of the school health facilities in Tabaco Northwest Central School, Tabaco City, Albay, with an amount of 2,985,000, with an estimated floor area of 65 square meters. The project will be complete with a office, examination room, nurse station, dental clinic, and the toilet. And the calendar day, the project contract duration is 60 calendar days. So we are now open floor for questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders. So, any questions po? Next slide. Yung floor plan. Sige pa, yan. So, it's complete with finishes. So, any questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders? None. So, if there is none, any amendments for the bidding documents, we will be issued a supplemental or bid bulletin not later than 7 calendar days before the deadline of the submission of bids. So, yung deadline ng submission of bids, sinabi mo. So, that's...
Yung question po regarding sa plans, or i-hold na sa documents.
Hold sa documents.
Yung regarding sa mandatory na po.
Check lang sa ito.
Sa checklist po kasi included na po.
Ay, sir. Natawag sa mga secretariat po.
Since part of
Amen. Okay. Update.
additional or updating na. So since nakaano naman siguro yun sir, nakalagay na sa checklist, definitely needs na natin yan. Parang ano na, yung
DEO kaya, the Department Order 110, Series of 2020.
kaya 2024.
Implementation of
Nasa checklist, since nasa checklist, definitely we will follow that.
Kasi kung 2020.
Kasi once na you did not submit that particular documents during the opening, definitely your contract, your bid is hindi siya ayun.
Yung ISO.
ISO.
Word na, diba?
Yun lang
Yun lang
naman
po.
ang
May pasang regarding po sa akin, parang hindi ko po ma-specific na parang may ano daw po na parang sa small projects, hindi man
Siya lang dito.
hindi required.
Hindi applicable.
mandatory yung term. Pero di ko po sure kaya di ko ba nababasa pa yung mismo.
Sige.
Tama, may ano man, may parameter naman. May check.
So, not required naman. Okay, so, clear po, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you po. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you, Ma'am Eva, for
Sa sige na, ano na lang.
Ayun.
Advice na lang na maki-review na lang ng mga pa-review na lang kasi lahat naman na bagong kuan na i-include naman. Sige po.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma'am Eva.
Salamat.
So, any other questions?
Last na lang. May sa PhilJeps po, Ma'am Chair, kaya may bago po sa PhilJeps kung saan na po EDRL that document request. If hindi ko po ba doon nag-request, allowed ko po bang masali sa team or
Nandun din sa...
sa iba po kasi agency is prepared. Ano po, upon pagpagawa ko ng order of payment, included po yung
Copy.
Yung document
Nakalagay dito.
Philippine document natin requirement, naka-printed siya, attach yun kung SPA ka, okay.
Sa PhilJeps. Okay na, sir.
okay na po.
Kaya ako na mag-enroll.
Last na talaga yun.
Yeah, last na yun. Last na, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Ma'am Eve, for the clarifications. So, if there is no there is no question. This private conference is now adjourned.
Maano pa?
Kasi na
Maano pa?